So the great noble Zelensky has graced America with his presence to speak in front of Congress and just say how much he appreciates everything that America's done, how much he loves our country.
He's doing us a favor.
He dressed up for the occasion. He wore his same green fatigue shirt, and then also, by the way, demanded us to keep sending him tens of billions of dollars forever, I guess, until Russia doesn't exist anymore. Wasn't exactly clear, but he wants more money and he wants a lot more of it. He received what could only be described as a hero's welcome. It was quite a spectacle. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the matter, Rob?
I mean, you've pegged a bunch of them, but the biggest one, it's got to be the oddity of the hero's welcome. Because I was visiting my grandfather and sitting down and it comes on and him and his nurse are like all about it. Like, wow, this guy's speaking. And it is very weird to watch if you have our perspective and you can see through the fact that we seem to provoke this war. We want this war. We don't care about Ukrainian lives. This guy is essentially a dictator, got rid of the opposition party. There's some sort of a weird tie-in with Nazis. It seems like as they overtake territories, they're not particularly nice to the Russians that are in those areas. But none of this is known to the average American person that just is being told this storyline that Russia would be taking over the entire world. They can't even take over these small areas of Ukraine, but they would take over the entire world. And that the only way that we can keep this balanced global thing going is if we dump arms into the Ukraine and keep Russia in check while also not escalating that into a bigger conflict. This thing is batshit crazy. It doesn't help the Ukrainian people. And then even when I watch the spectacle, it's like with the Federal Reserve, where you're like, I must not have this story right. So this hit that level where you're watching this spectacle and you're like, oh my God, do I have this wrong? Because this is really something. They're really selling it.
But for anyone who kind of even follows this just with a little bit of healthy suspicion, like what's exactly going on here? Perhaps governments don't always tell the 100% truth to their citizens. It's just so obvious that this is bullshit. Like this whole thing. Like, wait a minute. So what exactly is going on here? What? We have to give a hero's welcome to this guy, this most corrupt and authoritarian president of Ukraine. We must pretend that somehow this fight is about democracy and nobility. Like, what exactly is going on here? What is even the lie? What are they telling you? Why does America care about this fight so much? Why does this fight have to be something that we're involved in? Why? For democracy? Is that the idea? But first off, we're going to pretend that Ukraine is a democracy. Number one, the Yanukovych was democratically elected to the country in 2010, and he was overthrown in 2014 by a violent street putsch that was backed by the USA. And by the way, he was democratically elected in 2010. Those elections were verified by the EU. No one's even questioning whether or not these, you know what I mean? Like, were legitimate elections or not. That's not even one of their talking points. Also, the current president has basically banned opposition media, banned opposition political parties, banned opposition religions, in effect. It's like, what? That still counts as thriving democracy?
When you actually look at what Zelensky's democracy is, you see no freedom of the press. He has shut down any media that he does not control, his government does not control. He has gotten political opposition arrested, made sure that that's happened. As you mentioned, he shut down the biggest Ukraine church in the country. And I found this quote today. He has actually threatened to punish, quote, any Christian caught worshiping in unapproved ways. So this is the democracy that they are saying, well, we need all of your money, our money, taxpayer dollars to go and defend.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be said for not having any clear strategy here. Although I guess that, that's what did well for us in Afghanistan. No clear goals, no way to win. And so spend 20 years there, spend as much money as possible.